Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. If you're a business owner, a marketer, or maybe an executive staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., your brain just absolutely buzzing with ideas and dreams of building something that's truly yours, well, you are definitely in the right place. Today, we're unpacking a super pragmatic playbook to transform your raw, authentic passion into a highly profitable legacy-building business. We are literally in an era of unmatched opportunity, and we're going to show you exactly how to capitalize on it. Okay, so let's dive right in. Our foundation for today is Gary Vaynerchuk's really seminal text, Crush It. Now, obviously, the specific tools and platforms of the digital age are constantly evolving, right? But the core blueprint laid out in this source material holds unmatched relevance for business owners today. It's basically a masterclass in why right now is the absolute best time to cash in on your passion using nothing but sweat equity and the internet. Here's our quick roadmap for today. We're going to cover the social media shift, 3 rules for success, monetize your unique passion, the hustle and habits, adapting to industry changes, and finally, legacy over currency. Let's get to it. All right, up first, the social media shift. So before we even start talking about personal branding, we have to establish the context of the playing field. Honestly, we are living through the greatest era in human history to build a brand. Think about it like this. Promoting your brand via traditional media, like TV and radio, it's kind of like sending a message by the Pony Express. By the time it actually reaches the person, they've already moved on. Social media, on the other hand, is instant messenger. It's immediate, it's dynamic, and it connects you to thousands of people in seconds for virtually zero cost. Traditional platforms are just bleeding eyeballs to this vibrant digital landscape. And that brings us to a really hard truth you have to accept. Social media equals business, period. The eyeballs have permanently moved online to platforms where people actually spend their social lives now. And, where the audience goes, the money goes. Advertisers and revenue streams are actively following that attention. If you aren't building your brand where the attention is, you're essentially invisible in the modern marketplace. Moving right along to part 2, 3 rules for success. Before we get totally lost in the weeds of clicks, tactics, and algorithms, we really need to set our foundation. Love your family. Work super hard, live your passion. Notice what isn't listed there? There's absolutely no mention of specific apps, software, or technology, because those things are just tools. The source heavily emphasizes that these 3 foundational rules matter infinitely more than whatever tech stack you're using. Look, if your family priority isn't straight, the rest of it is totally worthless. And if you're working hard but you aren't actually happy, you're missing that final crucial piece, living your passion. So how do we actually define passion in a business context? Well, it means waking up pumped every single morning to talk about what interests you the most. It's a space where working, playing, and relaxing are literally one and the same. You don't just live for vacations anymore because, frankly, you don't need a break from what you're doing. This is the whole key to staking your claim in the new business world. It's the exact fuel that gives you the energy to outlast your competition. All right, part 3, monetize your unique passion. So how do we take that fuel and actually turn it into a fire? First, we have to completely drop the limiting belief that certain hobbies just can't be monetized. Here is the tactical execution plan. Step 1, claim your domain name to own your digital real estate. Step 2, create killer, authentic content around your specific passion. Step 3, distribute that content relentlessly across social networks. And Step 4, actively build a community by engaging directly with every single comment and mention. This is the direct step-by-step roadmap to launch a personal brand completely from scratch. Let's totally shatter the belief that your niche is somehow too small. Let me give you some of the most vivid, unexpected examples from the text. Are you obsessed with worms? Seriously, worms? You can build a massive fishing podcast and secure sponsorships from major lure companies. Are you a CPA? Don't just be an accountant. Become Bob the Budget Man. Build an online following and funnel all that attention into high-end consulting. Do you love board games? Review them on video and monetize through affiliate links. The point is, passion combined with digital execution creates entirely new revenue streams basically out of thin air. Let's jump to part 4, the hustle and habits. Now, knowing the strategy is one thing, right? But executing it, that's a whole different story. The harsh reality of this playbook really comes down to this specific time frame, 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. A lot of business owners say they just don't have the time to build their brand because they have a day job. Well, guess what? This is your new shift. This stark number emphasizes the sheer amount of daily, off-hours, dedication, and sweat equity that's actually required. If you want it badly enough, you learn to love working during these hours because you're building something entirely for yourself. And right alongside that immense hustle, you need extreme patience. Listen to this quote from the source. If you contact me within a year of starting your business to complain that you haven't made the money you thought you would, you're not listening. Building a legacy brand is a multi-year marathon, guys. It is not a 6-week sprint. You have to put your long-term future way ahead of short-term rewards, literally pouring your early profits right back into your research and your content. Part 5, adapting to industry changes. Once you've actually launched the brand, you have to keep it alive. The text uses this hilarious but honestly perfect anecdote to explain the vital concept of reactionary business. Imagine you start a video blog, and your whole aim is to be the Martha Stewart of kid-friendly sandwiches. But 6 months in, the data shows your core audience is actually a bunch of beer-drinking dudes. A stubborn strategy ignores this and just keeps making fish-shaped pimento cheese. Reactionary business, though, that means pivoting, embracing the demographic that actually shows up, and adapting your content to the market. To be effectively reactionary, you need to follow these pretty clear tips. First, track what people are saying about your brand so you can quickly correct falsehoods or, just show appreciation. Second, use social media to be your own media outlet. You're your own PR firm now. Third, watch for subtle cultural shifts. Like when people started canceling cable, that signaled a massive future shift toward online, on-demand video. And finally, never drink your own Kool-Aid. Stay humble, adapt constantly, and keep your ear close to the ground. Which brings us to our final section, Part 6, Legacy over Currency. Look, we are doing all of this to build something that actually lasts. In an era of absolute transparency, this quote rings incredibly true. We're all in the public eye now, swimming around in a clear glass fishbowl of our own making. Every single business decision, every tweet, every video, every customer interaction, it is all recorded for eternity. There is literally nowhere to hide. This means that total honesty and authenticity must be at the very core of your personal brand. Because of that crazy transparency, you have to run every single major decision through this ultimate filtering question. Will I be proud of how I made that money? If the answer is yes, you proceed. If the answer is no, you walk away, no matter how insanely lucrative the deal might be. How you build your business matters significantly more than the cash it generates. Your legacy always trumps your currency. Which brings us to our final thought. The tools of social media, they're going to keep changing. Platforms will rise and they will fall. But authenticity, hustle, patience, and caring fiercely about your community, those things will never go out of style. So look at your current daily habits, look at your passion, and ask yourself this: what kind of legacy are you building today? Get out there, put in the work, and start building a brand that you will be proud of forever. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.
Subscribe for more actionable executive summaries, and if you want deeper insights and exclusive content, support the channel on Patreon. You'll find the link in the description.